I'll be right back. I'm back.
Sorry, I had a big bit of biscuit in my mouth.
Well, happens.
I was sitting trying to chew it, go, fuck, I'm not ignoring you.
You post it everywhere, or just in announcements?
I don't know where else to post it.
I'll post it everywhere. It's fine.
Like, where else would you put it? In general?
Yes. You need to have the reach, you know? Put it everywhere. Spam the fucking shit. Even bot spam gets a bam. There we go. And CTL, of course. Bam. Meet the sweet, sweet viewers, baby. And then you can tell me once we have a viewer or two, we can start. Because you're watching as well, right?
I don't have it open though.
Well, open it then. So yeah, I mean, all inspiration versus ValidG.
Mm-hmm.
You just watched the power rankings, so maybe you want to enlighten us on the power rankings.
Well, I not really know.
Okay.
They're a bit all over the place, but right now, well, it includes the games we're about to watch. So I don't want to say any numbers, but right now we are placed in fourth out of 14
Which sucks. We should be first or second at least.
because we did give up that one loss.
Yeah.
We
Which
always
sucked.
have one bad week at the start, which is a bit annoying, but oh well.
People not taking this seriously enough, man.
Our opponents are ranked number 10, but you do have to keep in mind this is just a random guy who's decided to make it. So there
Yeah.
will be bias, there will be complete nonsense in it.
Yeah, maybe he has no idea what he's talking about. Maybe he's the
I mean,
genius of statistics. Who knows?
I know him who he is. He's a nice guy, but
Nice, you
he's
know? Nice.
he's been around a long time, so he's probably got a reasonably good idea. But I mean, all power rankings are a bit nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, every power ranking that doesn't have several at the top is just not correct, man. Well, what do you think? You want to start?
Sure.
All right, let's go. We're starting from behind this time, by the way. We're starting with set 7. Set 1 was a walkover for our enemy, and the rest of the games were played. So we are 0-1 down at the moment.
Okay.
So we'll be starting with the ace match today, just because we can.
PvP.
PvP. That's
This could
your domain, right? I mean, you're the P
yeah,
guy here.
it could be filled with a lot of nonsense, especially on this map.
Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher in the bottom left. From ValidG, we have Nurloki in the red playing Protoss.
And the bottom right, we have the orange Protoss from Allin, Drumhead.
Mr. Drum himself.
Now, if they don't both open 2 gate, then something weird's going to happen.
It's 2-gate, the
It's,
standard opening now in PvP.
yeah, it has been for a long time. I
Okay.
mean, you can do other openings, but if 2 stalkers walk across the map and you've only got one, you're in a bit of trouble.
Really? Is that hard still?
Yeah, literally, because the time it takes you to build that second stalker, he could get across the map and kill it, the first one.
Oh, well, okay. So basically you have to open 2-gate or else you're dead if your opponent
No,
doesn't.
I mean it is entirely possible. A lot of people open 2 adepts, which if it's still not great against, like, because you basically need to have the same amount of units.
Okay.
If you have one stalker against 2 adepts, the adepts are going to kill so many workers.
Hmm. Oh well, both open 2-gate actually.
Yeah, it's to be expected.
It's completely mirrored, which happens a lot in the mirror matchups.
It's the gas you need to watch now. The drum's actually not saturated his gas very
He does
much, so
now 2
yeah.
each.
Even then, he's still going for a slow build up of gas, where
Mhm.
his opponents went for the full 3 probes in each
So he's gonna
refinery straight
robo
away.
earlier, or what does that mean?
Robo or Stargate.
Okay.
It's you can do either in PvP, which is quite nice.
And Drum with the 2 drones each.
A bit
Oh,
slower.
he's stacking up now, so maybe he wanted more
Probably
minerals.
yeah, probably means he wants an expansion.
It's going double adept and
Yeah.
2 stalkers, so yeah. What this means in our Loki might get a lot of trouble with. I don't know.
Oh, and Drum finds the little probe hidden in his natural.
Yeah, now
Um,
now his enemy knows there's adepts.
well, if he sees these adepts coming across the map, he can just put a pylon down and just keep blocking them with the wall,
Well, he
which
sees
is
them now.
yeah, it's a really good way to do it
It looks like 2 stalkers win versus 2 adepts.
easily. Like 2 adepts won't even really do much to a stalker.
And they're gone. Question is, what's gonna defend versus these stalkers?
Eh, he does have 2 more adepts, but it's not great against 2 stalkers.
I mean,
He,
there goes the pylon blocked, so his adepts are completely useless now on the other side of the map. There's 2 more stalkers. Loses 1 adept
it's
there.
simple as that.
Drumhead in deep shit here, looks like.
It's not great. If your adepts can't do anything at the start, then you're in a tiny bit of trouble.
Well, depends now. I mean, our Loki has to go back because those 2 adepts that are coming back with those 3 adepts, I guess, could put those 2 stalkers into trouble. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
I mean, with that amount of adepts, you're going to kill stalkers.
Well, he's gonna get away, it seems.
Adepts do have that shade,
Yeah,
which is
he's not using it
like
yet. Maybe it's on cooldown, I don't know.
the cooldown is ridiculously short. Like by the time the shade finishes, because the cooldown starts as soon as you use the ability.
And we have a War Prism now. 4 Stalkers, 5, 6 Stalkers, 7 Stalkers are gonna kill those 5 Adepts easily though.
Actually, completely walled off his main.
Yeah, he did that
Which,
when the Adepts tried to shade in
yeah,
earlier.
normally you cancel it though.
Hmm.
So this looks like a big all-in attack.
It sure looks like. I mean, that's a shit million of Stalkers there. Look at
And
it.
Drum has nothing that can defend this.
No, he even aborted his Nexus. He was going Nexus, and now it
He had,
just looks like he's gonna die, maybe.
I mean, honestly, at that point, it might have been worth it leaving it up just to try and delay him a bit and let him try and shoot it because he needs this robo and the shield battery to finish. Like one shield battery is not enough.
Especially now with the War Prism giving high ground vision, he can just take down the gateways from a safe distance.
Yeah, does have a void ray, isn't too bad, but oh, it completely misses the force field and all the stalkers get up.
Ouch.
That is not good.
Well, it's getting some damage in, but nice Stalker micro there. Blink stalking the micro with
It
the War Prism.
doesn't matter. Drumhead had one pylon power in all of those buildings,
Artosis
and
says hello.
as soon as that went down, so did his chances of winning.
Pulling the boys now in a desperate effort to kill those Stalkers. Nice, almost bad mannered Stalker micro there from his enemy. And yeah, going down. Sorry, going down 1-0 in this ace match is Drummond. Have a look at the number 2. Ready up.
Since
Enter.
when did it save co-op replays?
I'm not sure.
I just seen a replay sitting with Amon's forces and Protoss forces.
Okay.
Did not know it did that.
Yeah, it's... Well, I guess it saves everything now.
Oh well, that's a good way to clog everything up. I'm glad they're not big.
Yeah. In the bottom left. In orange. Playing Protoss. Currently down 1-0 in this best of 3 ace match. It's all inspirations. Drumhead.
Top right, we have also playing red Protoss. We have Valid Gaming's Narloki.
Currently up
Narloki?
1-0. Norloki, I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it when it's like in a word like that.
I'm gonna say Norloki. So, let's see how Drumhead reacts to this first loss here on
Yeah,
Dreamcatcher.
it was a strange choice last game. Like,
To go Adept.
yeah, I mean, obviously he knows a lot better than I do, but it seems strange to keep building adepts against stalkers because he knew his opponent was building like quite a lot of stalkers, and adepts are just really bad against them.
Well, it also seems weird because when is an Adept ever gonna do anything to a Protoss that can just build a pylon and wall off his main? I mean,
You are relying on the Protoss to miss, which at higher levels is
this is
less likely.
Masters. There should not be messing up here, right? Or not a lot at least.
Nah, I think every level still messes this up. Even pro players mess it up reasonably frequently because it's so easy to just watch something else for the wrong second. And once they're
Yeah.
in, you're screwed.
Yes, you're right. But I think to bank on your opponent messing up with your build completely is wrong, because
It's it's why adepts are the less favourable choice normally. Normally,
mm,
both players will just build stalkers, and then one person will walk across the map, see, oh, he's got two stalkers as well, and then go back to his base, and then
transition
that's
into mid game.
equal. Yeah, that's usually how most games go.
And look, now both are going for 2 Adepts, which is even weirder, I guess.
At least this is a better matchup. Like adepts against adepts is just micro.
Also, Norloki going Stargate immediately.
That's quite a fast target. Normally, you build two sets of units before you add on tech or an expansion.
I can only assume that Norloki is going to surprise Drumhead with this Stargate.
somehow Narloki managed to have the Rambo probe who just ran past 2 adepts and survived.
That's quite an achievement.
It ran, seen them, ran round the edge, and then went past them.
Because I believe 2 adepts one-shot a probe, right?
Yeah, they do.
Ah, that was so freaking close, man. Does the shade actually block the pylon from going down?
Yeah.
Okay, that was so freaking close then.
It counts as a unit, it just can pass through other units.
That was so close, man.
It's why you'll find most Protoss leave their probe sitting at the top of the ramp in the early
Yeah.
game. Because if you don't and you see the adepts, you're already too late.
Well, we have 5 adepts versus 6 adepts, but the problem is the 5 adepts are gonna meet up first, which could well...
Ooh, and Drums ran into a corner. That's not good. Yeah, this could be game over right here because Drums don't got anything ready to block the ramp.
Well, Drum is inside the base now, but Phoenix is killing the adept. And
Yeah, Phoenix are really good against adepts because they're light units.
block it, block it, block it! Oh god, he didn't block.
Didn't even have a unit.
Yeah, he had the probe there, but
Yeah, this is painful. At least he's managing to take some of the shots for that 1 adept, but it's 1 adept against 3.
yeah, and Drum's down 2 workers, which might not be a lot, but in a mirror matchup, it is a lot. Especially because Narloki's Nexus, the expansion, is almost finished, while Drum has just now started, which will lead to a bigger drone or probe advantage, obviously. Manages to clean up here, but now the Phoenix come in, there's 1 Stalker as anti-air. The Phoenix do not even bother with the Stalker, they just go to the probes directly, and now it's already 5 probes of a difference here.
Yeah,
There is a
1
Dark Shrine
Stalker.
building across the map, proxy Dark Shrine, which might work. I mean,
Possibly.
there is a robo, but no detection yet, I believe. Nope. Oh well, there's an oracle, but for Drum, so yeah, it might work. 4 Phoenix, 5 Phoenix out now for Narloki.
Yes. If there's no detection, then he has a good chance actually. But
Problem is he needs to kill the Stargate and the robo.
yeah, he's got 2 different sets of detection that can be built. That's the hard part. And lots of pylons powering the robo, so you're not taking them down quick.
No, you need to take down the robo itself and the pylon near the warp prism. Well, we're gonna see what happens because the Dark Shrine is finishing up soon, as well as Zealot Speed.
Yeah, it's much better to take out the robo because the oracle gets 1 shot at detection, and if you split your DTs up and that oracle only hits 1 of them, then it's game over because
That's a
it
valid
takes
point.
like a minute to regen the energy.
There's also only 2 Dark Templars, only one of which is walking in.
Yeah, these Phoenix are going to do a lot of damage as well. It's crazy. It takes something like 14 or 15 stalker shots to kill a Phoenix.
And the DT is going directly into the probes. I'm not sure if I like this. Because
Yeah,
if you want to rely on DTs for a game-winning move, you should take out the robo, which is now protected and the detection is out, which pretty much ends the utility of those DTs altogether. I mean, he killed a lot of workers here.
he did. He is very far ahead in workers, but he's also very far behind in army and tech.
Yeah, I mean, Narlock is doubling his army supply. There's mortals out. There's not even a robo built yet, nor is there going to be a robo. But I mean, yeah, Zealots I guess do okay versus what Narloki has.
Well, yeah, the plan's probably going to be Zealot Archon because the Phoenix are a bit useless against that. They have to just pick up the Zealots and try and protect the stuff on the ground.
But is he gonna have enough out in time?
That's the hard part. it's probably not looking like it.
I mean, he will be able to warp in another 6 units by the time it hits, probably. But now he's walking over the map, which is,
It's a very bad decision. Like, he
well, he
knows he's
doesn't
not
know,
got an
of
army.
course, but
Yeah, but he knows his opponent's got a much bigger army, so you never want to push out.
he's also warping in some units over there, slow warp in, and now we have a base trade scenario, basically. Unless he recalls right now.
Nope, he's going for the base race.
It's gonna be a tough one. Does he still have DTs? No, I think they died, huh?
He changed them into Archons.
Oh yeah, there's one Archon standing by next to the Dark Shrine.
But
And
yeah, his opponent just recalled, and now he's very far behind.
he's not actually. He's still
Yeah,
ahead to
but
10 workers ahead.
army-wise, he has a worker advantage. But if his opponent keeps pushing right now, it's game over.
I mean, Norloki has air superiority with this Phoenix, so it's gonna be tough.
Well, every fight, those Phoenix are going to make half the army useless,
Yes.
which is a scary thing to happen.
He's also gonna lose the Dark Shrine now, and the pylon and the gate. Which is like 500 minerals and 200 gas. I mean, he is ahead in workers, but I'm not sure he can catch up here. He might build some Void Rays now, but still, there's a lot of Stalkers on the map.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised why he didn't try to make something out of the Stargate.
I mean, there's
I
a
mean,
lot of Phoenix, but
yeah, but the whole time that Stargate sat still, he could have easily had an equal Phoenix count or even bigger.
he's gonna try to go with Zealots here, which is not a bad idea. He's getting a lot of value out of these Zealots, but had he maybe had 10 Zealots more, he might have done something here. The Archons are being disabled by the Phoenix.
If he's defending with Archons, I think he really needed shield batteries. That
And there
those
goes the
Archons
GG.
need to survive. They're so expensive.
Man, PvP is hard.
It is very easy to die in PvP. It's a bit like ZVZ in that regard. Like, all it takes is you to look away for a second and your opponent could kill you.
Yeah, that's definitely true for CVZ.
It's sort of the same as Protoss, but it's more if you don't scout absolutely perfectly, then you can just die.
So, ValidG's up 0-2. Can we bring it back, buddy?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. Next up is EVZ. It's Ribeye versus Irish. It's an Irish Ribeye.
A lot of mirror matchups this week.
Looks like. Well, mine wasn't. So.
Neither was mine, but at least in the high end.
In the bottom left, in the Zerg, the pink guy, we have ValidG's Irish.
And the top right, playing the orange Zerg, I nearly said Protoss, we have orange Ribeye.
Ribeye! Delicious. So let me get the scores right. No, there we go. So ValidG's up 2-0 after a walkover and a win in the ace match. And now we're moving back into sets 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 to see who wins the week. And it looks like Ribeye has a nice trophy there next to his base.
I've still to win one of them.
I won one, but it's like ages ago. I need to go out and win me some trophy, man.
Every time I play it, when I was platinum or diamond, it would put me into a diamond one,
Yeah.
and I would always get matched against like really high diamond players.
Yeah, that's like
And it sucked so bad. I would make it to like the second round or something, and then just get matched against somebody like 700, 800 MMR above me.
and then you die.
I've got them on my other account. Like I've won some as Zerg in like Platinum League, but
Yeah. You have everything on your other account, if someone
I
asks.
know it's
Always the
stupid. It
same with
annoys
you.
me.
They are going for the exact same builds, it seems. By the way,
Hmm.
both went for a hedge first.
It
So,
is dub. Oh, I looked at the map and thought that was double gas there for Ribeye, but no,
no, it's
pool's
just
just
pool
right
next to the
beside
gas.
it.
Yeah. Double gas would have been very weird this early. I don't know of a
Yeah,
single build that does it directly.
I did see a weird build on ladder. Actually, no, it wasn't on ladder. It was on Boo's stream last night, where the guy rushed Swarm Host.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
It
Did it work?
didn't work.
No,
No,
so
it went
sad.
horribly, and Boo killed him easily, but it was fun to watch.
Well, Boo is good though. I mean,
Uh,
yeah,
he's a good player, but he does more harm to himself than his opponent does.
he does what?
He does more damage to his own win rate than his opponent does.
Might be, I don't know.
Like he gets so tilted so easily.
I have yet to win a match versus Boo, I believe.
I'd hope
Might well
so.
never happen. I mean,
He's like masters.
yeah, that doesn't mean. I mean, I beat Manny, which is technically a GM.
He was smurfing on the budget riser account.
Who?
So it was at Boo. So he was only playing at like Diamond 2, Diamond 1 level.
So evil, man.
I think he was just bringing it up to MMR. Like I don't think it was genuinely playing low
Okay.
because they started off low Diamond, and then by the time I went to bed, it was Diamond 1.
So it looks like River is choosing the more aggressive route here.
Did also build a lot more drones though, so it wasn't that aggressive.
Yeah, well, the other guy's walling off with 2 Evos, so I don't know why he would do that.
Probably thinks Ribeye going to do some big attack.
Maybe. Oh, let's go for Ribeye. He just got a nice drone lead out of that.
Yeah, 7
There's a lot
drones
of
ahead at
links.
this stage of game is.
There's a lot of links coming in though. But Ribeye should be prepared, but he doesn't have speed yet. It's gonna be a sec, but +1 armor is gonna finish soon.
Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference in the fights.
Yes, it will.
Oh, and then that
I
second
like that
bunch of link
defense on the ramp. That was very nicely done.
didn't lose a single drone either.
Nope. But his opponent managed to force some links here, although I'm not sure maybe Ribeye planned that all along. With the upgrade advantage, he might well go for a big push now. And there the wall might actually come in handy. There's a spy now and the queen defending. Although I'm not sure he can actually wall off with the queen, he might be able to.
It is a bit strange to have the spine on the complete opposite side for the entrance.
Yeah, normally you would put it in the middle, but I mean the spine
Yeah.
is a weak point, so
Yeah, but if it's in the middle, then you can't. Lings can't do anything, and at least it could actually hit the entrance.
oh, he got us around on the queen.
Ooh,
This
lets
might
the
well be
lings in.
GG.
With this many lings in the
yeah.
base and more coming, yeah.
There we go. Ribeye
That
pulling a fast one here on Irish.
that spine was actually in the wall. The lings could attack it.
Sick. Yeah, well, you're not gonna kill a spine with 3 lings. So.
Yeah, but it was good to distract it.
Ribeye bringing us back 1-2. Good boy. Off to set 5 we go.
And
It's gonna be a ZVT. On Lost and Found.
Mm-hmm.
In the bottom left, from All Inspiration, in orange, we have Discote playing Terran.
And the top right, playing pink, pinky purple. It is the Zerg from Valid Gaming, Brocalypse. Bocalypse?
Apocalypse.
I don't know why I added an R in for some reason.
I don't know. All I know is we are down 2-1.
We are indeed.
Can Discote tie up the series, or is Apocalypse gonna take ValidG into a 3-1 lead?
The first question before any of that though is will Discord make a wall that actually works this time?
Looks good so far. It looks really good so far. Just he's one depot away from a fucking wall that would work.
I think that he was lucky this time. He got the side where he doesn't have to put the add-on in the wall.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he practiced. Who knows? Did you practice this code? Oh, I might still have to delay up. Actually, we might be like 90
No,
seconds. Do I?
it's about 10 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. And I removed it. Well, we're gonna see shortly if this code manages to wall off here. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, it looks pretty good this time. It might just be a perspective issue, because the other way
No, no,
around you
wall
do it.
off, wall off. No,
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 you
no,
don't
no,
have to wall off
no,
so
no,
early.
no, but wall off. Anyway, the Zerg is doing nothing basically. He went hatch first into gas pool, and we have a CC going down for this code on the low ground, which is fine
And
because the Zerg didn't go 14 pool, and we have a wall.
the Reaper. Now, is it going to be a Siegfried Reaper, or is this Reaper actually going to survive for more than 30 seconds?
We will see. We will see. All I know is I hope this code raises his depots in time before the link flood. It's eventually gonna come. I like the SCV blocking the third here.
Yeah, and there's a drone moving there right now.
The Reaper sees it.
It's probably going to be picked off as well, since they can't actually put the hatchery down. Oh, no, turns into the geyser.
No speed yet. No speed in the making either.
Oh, and he moves the SCV in at the perfect time to make the Lings not able.
Oh, the nice play here from Bocalypse.
That was really close. But he does lose all his Lings.
I wonder why he's not making speed. Did he forget speed? I mean, you don't go up to 200 gas for nothing. Ooh, Disco going bunker there.
Yeah, it is a really late speed. It's just started.
Yeah, he probably forgot it, which is gonna hurt him because speedling's so important.
It looks like Micro and the drone and the Lings were a bit too much. And then there is a bunker at the third now.
Yes. And the Reaper's gonna be in the bunker shortly and
If
probably gonna cancel.
There.
There we go. Might well cancel his third now, I don't know.
We only one Reaper at Delta. It's not really got the DPS unless it wants to sit there for 20 minutes.
There's two Hellions and a Marine coming over. And I mean, the bunker gives him a nice anchor there inside the territory of his enemy. A nice safe spot to return to, and hatch goes up.
There is a big swelly Lings about to come, so that should put an end to this.
Yes, once speed finishes, but he can put he can technically put the SCV in the middle, and then the Hellions to the left and the right, beside the rocks, and he can kill an indefinite amount of Lings.
Ooh, the Lings are really taking shots from these Hellions.
Two Hellions can kill a lot of Lings if the Lings don't get a nice surround.
The bravest SCV ever, who just had about 20 Zerglings run right round him, and he just stood there drilling the bunker.
He's getting a lot of value here out of these Hellions in the bunker, I believe. I mean, a lot of Lings died to this. There's of course two Queens now, but the Queens will die pretty fast to the Reaper and the Marine.
Yeah, if the Queens are in range, then so are the Marines.
Has to be really careful now not to get surrounded by the Lings though. But yeah, he's distracting the Zerg while macroing behind this, which is very good. Now a big swell of Lings is running across the map, looking maybe to come from behind. Nope, decides to go back.
Oh, catches all of the Hellions. Yeah, that was good, but that did quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, he forced 1 million Lings. And hatches down to a third of HP, which can be nice later. I mean,
with all these Lings, he really needs to try and counter-attack, especially since this is the probably the only time where you're going to catch a Terran with no units
Yeah, the
and no wall.
Bailing Nest is going down now, so he might well go for a bust. Hydra then after this as a follow-up, so Hydra's a nice thing to have in the mid game, of course,
He really
versus
needs to
Terran.
move the lines across now, though.
I mean, those two Hellions can hold this wall forever versus Lings. You might well wait for Banelings and try a bust.
Yeah, the Baneling Nests would have finished by the time we got across, though.
That's true. I mean, if he moves across now and makes 6 Banelings, he can break down this wall and kill everything on the low ground. Because there's nothing to contest this at the moment.
Yeah, he's just being really passive. He's just sitting, having a break.
Yeah, allowing allowing Discord to take a third here, starting to worker it up.
And obviously, those rocks are much more pressing.
Yeah.
Like, Discord's still only got like a handful of units.
I mean, that's 57 lings. That could be 25. That could be 25 drones. He could have saturated his fourth already with the amount of lings there. Of
Yeah.
course, he needed some of them to defend, but should really try to get some value out of them now. On the other side, he's killing another set of rocks there. Giving Disco
Just,
time to wall off. The second wall is going up.
he's
Third
just
wall,
playing
actually.
too passive. He's letting the Terran build tanks and get his defenses sorted.
Now moving across the map is the Zerg army.
And it is 1-1 against 0-0 right now, so it's not ideal.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have defense soon, and Banelings, of course, do very well versus everything the Terran has except siege tanks.
Medivac does spot it though, if he was paying
Nice.
attention.
Hydras might. Oh, Medivac is the luckiest Medivac in history of Medivacs.
Ooh, is going to get caught out of position here though.
Yeah, out of position and with an unsieged siege tank. That is a lot of Zerg.
Yeah, the poor tank is on top of the supply depots as well, so it's not going to be able to raise it.
3 Banelings get through here. Meanwhile, the drop over here attacking the 4th base. He's cleaning it up though. Somehow. There's only 4 Hydras left, maybe 6 Lings or something. Meanwhile, the drop on the other side at least picked off the 4th. We have a little bit of economic damage that has been dealt to Discord here, but not too much. I think he can still come back here with mules. The drop was successful. And he might well catch those 2 Hydras. Nope, they turn around. And the big swell of Ling is running across the map again. Looking for the killing blow here is Apocalypse.
And unfortunately, the wall doesn't exist anymore.
At least there's a sieged up siege tank now. And those 3 depots will delay this long enough for Apocalypse to know that there's something coming at least. Had he some medevacs with this, I think he could hold. But
I
now
think
even
that
with the SCVs,
one tank shot there done a lot of work. It killed about 10 lings.
there's only SCVs defending now, but it worked somehow, and he's not massively behind. I'm very impressed by this. And the Zerg must think like a fucking Terran OP. Drop over here doing damage. Took out quite an amount of drones here, putting this code ahead again. This code not being easy to kill this game. Impressive. Building his 4th CC now in his wall.
I mean, gate. It's not a wall. It has
Well,
quite
it
a big gap
was
in it.
it was a wall. Don't hate on this wall now, man. It's mid game. You don't need a
He
wall
was
anymore.
he was doing so well. You always need a wall with Terran because those lings will just run straight in as soon as you move away from it.
Well, 2 out of his 3 walls are tight here. I'm gonna count this as a wall. So he's also taking his 4th, which is amazing for Terran. If you can get up on par with Zerg on bases, you are in a very good spot. Drop's still over here. waiting, waiting, biding his time. And the Liberator also, in the edge, waiting for damage.
Yeah, the fact that the Terran's still on the same worker count as the Zerg is not good for the Zerg.
Yeah,
Because
also the fact the fact that Terran is doubling the supply of Zerg is not good for the Zerg.
I mean, that as well. But
It's gonna lose the creepers there and the drone. And perfect job is Discode doing here by pulling the army out of position. But there's a lot of banelings which could spell disaster. And there goes the army. Those siege tanks are gonna get cleaned up as well.
does waste some of those banelings on the tank, so isn't great.
Yeah, meanwhile on the third, the drop does massive damage to Zerg's economy. The third that has been weakened by the first attack gets taken out there. And the drop's still not cleaned up here. A lot of links
The,
coming out now.
the other problem is there's still no attack upgrades for the Zerg.
Yeah.
He's only built Carapace.
So
So they can take a few more shots, but they're also not doing the damage to be able to compete with like the Terran Medivacs and +2/+2.
well, Discord is doing a massively better job than Bocalypse when it comes to spending money. Bocalypse is floating massive amounts of money and gas, whilst Discord is keeping his low, which is basically why he has a lot more army than the Zerg. Also, he's doubling the worker count now, which is of course amazing. All in all, it's just a question of time until Discord can close this out here. And Discord is saying
Yeah.
lol, why ever? I don't know. Why are you saying lol, buddy? How did we amuse you? It was a minute ago.
Yeah, with +3 attack, this game should be pretty much over.
Yeah, that's scary actually. Bio with +3 is so scary.
And it's only +1/+2 Zerglings. Like, those will melt against Bio. It doesn't even need the tanks.
Ah, yeah. There we go, Apocalypse with the GG. Disco tying up this series 2-2. Well done, buddy. I like your walls this game.
Yeah.
Massive improvement.
No criticism at all.
Nope. You did well, buddy. Very well done. We can move on to set 4, which is basically the 5th game we are watching now. Well, the 6th really, but one was at best of 3. And it's gonna be a TVT.
It is
Looks
indeed.
like we have every kind of mirror matchup this game, this week. Let's see if Purge can take us up 3-1 or if Stealth is gonna defend. In the bottom left saying GLHF. In green, it's our Terran brother, all inspirations, Perch.
Top right, playing the red turn, we have ValidG Stealth. I like when
Stealth.
people have nice pronounceable names.
Well, even nice pronounceable names sometimes sound funny when you say them, so.
Even I don't even mind unusual names as long as they're reasonably easy to sound out. It's when you get those names that you're just sitting there going, I try to make out what sound it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, that's maybe a bit easier when you speak more languages, but
Okay, so why are these Terrans walling off now? Is it because of
uh,
Hellions?
yeah. Plus, Terran does it every matchup because there's no reason for them not to.
Okay. So it's just
Like,
Protoss that doesn't wall versus Terran then.
yeah, because it's a disadvantage for Protoss because it means the tanks can siege them easier.
Because they don't give a shit if Hellions run into your base then.
Yeah, they don't do as much damage against shields.
They don't?
I don't think so. I think it's just normal damage.
Okay. It's good to know. Should maybe evolve some shields then, Zerg.
I
At least
could
on
be
the
wrong on
drones.
that, but like they don't seem to kill probes as quickly as they do drones.
Purge here, lazy with the scouting. Ah, buddy, you need to scout. Going 1-1-1 without an expansion, which seems to be the standard because Stealth is doing it as well.
From what I've seen at TVT, it'll probably end up with Cyclones on both sides.
First blood goes to Purge, killing a trapped SCV with the Reaper, like shooting fish in a barrel.
Because Terran seems to like using Cyclones in every matchup.
Terradin says one base versus one base all day. Guess that's the TVT normality then.
Yeah,
And
probably the only matchup where they don't proxy stuff
we have some
as
deviation
much.
going on here. For a Stargate purchase going, and for a Cyclone, Stealth has decided to go.
So yeah, tank. The tank's really good against the Cyclones actually.
Yes.
It'll 2 or 3 shot the Cyclones,
Well,
which is really good with how low numbers they are.
yeah, the tank outranges the Cyclone as well, if it's not locked on at least.
Well, it can't lock on to the tank.
No, because it's ground, it's only
No.
air.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only
Didn't know
air
that.
you can use that ability on.
Well, you can see I only play Zerg, so I have no idea about
It
the other
is
races.
uh
Just know the Terran is
yeah.
OP because men with gun.
The
That's
good
all
thing
I
about
know.
the tank as well is they normally bring SCVs with the Cyclones. So
Okay.
if the SCVs are sitting trying to repair the Cyclones, the tank's also shooting them at the same time.
They get splashed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as much damage, but still
Yeah.
enough to kill SCVs in a few shots.
Perch here sees everything he needs to see, I guess. Well, he could supposedly know that there's no starport, but does he need to know? I don't know. Maybe, but he saw the cyclone, so and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see stealth breaking this even with more cyclones. Those two siege tanks should make sure those cyclones never get up this ramp.
Yeah, 2 siege tanks. You'll never break it. I don't, especially by the time it gets across the map.
Going for an expansion now, though, is stealth with the all-in moving out. And the
Ooh,
drop is gonna spot this, and if he's not careful, there we
ooh,
go.
that could have been bad if they'd locked onto the one with the tank.
Yeah, and the perch is going home.
Good choice. These
Well,
cyclones could quite easily break their way in.
it's not a good choice anymore because stealth is going home as well. Must suppose he's ahead with the base, which he is.
It's also really ahead in workers. So that's 6 worker disadvantage for Purge.
Yeah, Perch is a nice army with 3 siege tanks and bio, but no base.
Or workers.
Well, you really only need 22 workers per base, so
Yeah, but he's also staying on one base while being defensive, which is really not good.
well, he's loading up again now. Should probably made another medevac, which is coming up. Nope, it's a liberator. Okay. And he's gonna try to find some damage, but the army of stealth is at home defending.
And it's nicely spread out.
And going for mech is ValidG stealth here. Building a factory and a starport. I doubt Purge can get a lot of damage done here with a prepared opponent. He already saw the drop coming and he moved back with everything.
Yeah, he's sieging the tank way in the back as well. So
Yeah.
it's not great. And he does have the perfect units for countering these liberators.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Marine. 6, 7, 8,
Does
9. Lots of drones killed there.
does manage to actually establish yourself in the main.
Yeah,
Does lose a tank very easily though.
Cyclones
That's
are
not
crazy, man.
great.
Look at the DPS. Well, it did some worker damage. He equalized the worker count quite nicely, but still no expansion up. It's gonna be shortly.
Yeah, that's a really big issue. Like, he's got the money as well. really should have built it by now.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Stealth has his command center ready, so gonna get more mules.
I mean, Purge is ready. It's just he's still got to transform it and actually get workers there because he's not built a single SCV in about 3 minutes now, which is not great.
Nope, it's really not. Also, well, the Liberator did a lot of damage over there, though. I mean, that Liberator paid for himself over and over.
Problem is though, is it didn't actually do enough.
There's also 3 SCVs just chilling in stealth space, which is good for our Perchy boy.
Yeah, it's weird seeing a Liberator killing that much and still saying it's not done enough
Well, the
because
Liberator did enough. It's not the Liberator's fault, man.
it still needed to do more to make this game even.
Yeah, he needed to build shit behind that, like SCVs mainly, and the CC.
Like he's going in for this attack, but I don't see it ever working.
Mm. Takes out a Viking there, which is nice, but there's a second one. Also,
There's
Siege Tank
also
on the high ground,
tank,
another one moving
two
forward now.
tanks is going to be waiting at the top.
I don't see how Purge can break this at this moment.
I don't think he can. Like that is a death trap for Marines.
Yeah, there's 2 nicely spread out Siege Tanks on the high ground now, with Cyclones helping. So Purge decides to get the fuck out of there, go home.
Still not building SCVs though.
Why?
I don't know. Like that's really his macros really suffer in this game.
So
He's
that's
built
just
three SCVs in 5 minutes.
starting SCV production back up now is Purge. Must have noticed that Glyn was telling him to. What Glyn was telling him to get SCVs out. It's also oversaturated in the main, which is not helping. And he
Does
used
go for
supply
another attack
columns.
in the main. Oh, but drops the tanks right in front of all the cyclones.
Well, he managed to take out the tank of the enemy, at least one, but the rest just died. Has to move out now. He's now way oversaturated in his main. Really needs to move those SCVs down to mine. Then he wouldn't be that far behind, actually. Well, of course, his enemy is mining a lot more gas than he is.
Right. Is a slightly strange choice to build a 4.
To build what?
A
Thor?
4.
Guess it is, yeah. But, I mean, Thor mech? Thor is the end game, right?
Yeah, but it's not great against Marines.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it
guess
does have
you'd
2
want
armor, so
guess you'd want Hellbats then versus Marines.
I mean, probably not with the tanks, but probably just more tanks and cyclones, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, I'm no expert, but the 4 doesn't seem to serve much purpose right now.
Well, Stealth has expanded to his third base. It's already saturated and ready. Getting the gas now as well, which puts him in a massive lead now. And we're gonna see the supply skyrocketing soon for Stealth here.
Yeah, double the worker count and equal army. Not a good position.
Yeah. Well, he's up in army now, 11 supply, but at this point, Terran is the turtly race, and I'm not sure you can attack into even a slightly lesser sieged up army. It's just not gonna work. You need to have overwhelming numbers to break a Terran defensive position.
Yeah, I assume he is going to go for
Doom drop.
Hellbats
Ah,
because he's building Blue Flame,
okay.
which is a strange choice since he has no no ability to make them. But it is also a strange choice to make Hellbats out of the factories. I'm pretty sure it's more expensive to build Hellbats than just Hellions.
No, it's the same.
Even then, like you still want the Hellions to be able to get out and get to where they're going faster.
Probably, yeah. Oh, nice. He's actually forcing a pickup here. a lift off. But now Stealth is setting up. Stealth is setting up his defensive position, and Perch is gonna have trouble to go in there, do anything.
Yeah, it does have the bigger army, but it's not easy walking into tanks, even with a bigger army.
No, it is not. But behind this, Perch is taking his third, which is good. He's also still making a certain number of SCVs. He just made one, at
The
least.
problem is Stealth just threw his third across to the other side,
Yeah.
and all the workers are still alive.
Perch might suspect this, though.
He is moving across, yeah.
And if he can get set up here on the high ground, he might actually have a shot at taking out some army of... That was actually very, very good for Perch here. Being able to take on siege tanks. Taking out
Yeah,
a big chunk of army here is Perch.
got nicely on top of the army.
Trying to take down the CC now. It's not gonna be enough. Nope.
Gonna get away.
And we have SCVs running for their lives on the other side of the map. It was a very, very good engagement for Perch, but I don't think it was enough.
He really caught his opponent off guard.
He's catching up a bit now in the worker count, which I think is very good, but I think he needs one or two more of these engagements to really turn the tide here in this game.
Yeah, I think he really just needs to try and keep this third away. The longer the third's not doing anything, the more he was going to catch up.
Well, there's a huge army moving across the map now for both players. Question is who's going to get where first, and it looks like Stealth is way ahead of...
Also, a really sneaky fourth base going up.
Yeah. Ninja base.
As
Nice
big
siege
as-
position.
As big as Stealth's army is, it's not great. He has nothing to protect the tanks.
Well, if Perch can get on top of this, he might take out everything. But Perch looks like he's going for the base trade. Which is relatable, because if he can take out the production, he might have a shot here.
Well, the problem is Stealth only has 2 fours to shoot anything that flies.
Lots of
Where,
SCVs go down.
Yeah, whereas Purge has Marines, which are known for their high damage.
Through everything, really.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if Perch can get a siege tank or two up here, there's no way Stealth can get in. But right now he only has Marines. But the base trade is real here. But I don't know, I mean, Stealth still has 2 bases up outside of his main. He's gonna evacuate on the high ground here while taking out the production of Stealth.
Yeah, I think realistically Purge just needs to try and fly his buildings a little bit. Because there's no way that Stealth can actually shoot them down quicker than Purge can.
Nope. Well, even army-wise, Perch is ahead. He might take out this army if he really wants to. There is an SCV out on the map.
The only problem is Purge can't really engage the army. Because normally the way you would deal with the tanks is to just drop units on top of them.
Well, it still has 2 medivacs.
Yeah, but they're also very damaged, and there's a 4.
Upgrade finishes there for Stealth, very close. And looks like Perch is gonna find the hidden base, which is a planetary fortress. And... No, Perch, no, what are you, Perch, no, what are you doing? Perch! Why would you land there? You can't make it planetary, you don't have a... Oh god. Perch, no, oh yeah, you have an NG bay, make the planetary then. You do have money.
Does he have the money?
Yes. Make a planetary, man. I don't know, I think Perch should win this.
I mean, in theory, yeah. If he can keep those tanks alive, he can just siege the planetary. But
If he kills those SCVs, he's gonna be so far ahead. There's only 5 SCVs out, which are at the hidden base that is no longer hidden, and
He is suiciding all his barracks though. Those are really the buildings he needed to buy time.
well, if he sieges up, stealth cannot engage into his army either. So if he can take out the planetary before Stealth's army get here, Stealth is doomed. Oh, I love scrappy games like this. It's gonna be awesome. Sieging up there is Perch. Boom.
Yeah, Purge does have the huge army lead.
Yeah, Perch still has 800 minerals. He can make like 16-ish more marines, which he's doing now. Although one Rex is going down now. Boom. There we go. And he still has 5 SCVs inside his... Where are the other SCVs for Perch? Oh, they're still hidden.
Oh wow.
He can actually re-expand to his net, which he does now.
I think he is, yeah.
And he has a huge economy lead now.
Oh, and kills the tank.
There's only 1 tank left here.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Purge has won this.
Perch has got this in the bag. Boom. GG go Stealth. Wow, well played, Perch. I did not see you winning that, man. That was great.
Was quite the comeback.
Wow, awesome, man. Putting us up 3-2. Well played, Perch. Kudos to you, man. Going into set 3. Guess who it is? It's Mo Fodder versus Total Havoc.
Yeah.
Your favorite matchup, huh? PVZ?
Not favorite, but the one I seem to do the best in.
Because I gave you so much training.
Pretty much. This was a last-minute substitution as well. Like, I was supposed to be playing a Terran player, and then on Wednesday morning he got subbed in as a Zerg player, and then he wanted to play Wednesday night. So I didn't have much time. By the time I got home for work, it was pretty much time to play.
And we are up 3-2. In the bottom left, in the bottom right. From All Inspiration. Close person, friend of mine. Playing Protoss in teal. It's ex-Total Havoc.
My favourite colour for some reason on this game. And the top left, we have Valid Gaming's Mofadder as a Red Zerg. Now this, I remember this game now.
You do? Okay.
It was weird how fast this guy expanded.
I'm sorry. It was weird how fast he expanded. Like the third that he took, or?
He had a 4th base, but
Oh, well, let's see. Let's not spoil this game here. My Protoss buddy is going for the low ground expansion. Wall off, as usual.
yeah. You have to. Even with a 12 pool, you can defend it on low ground on this map.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's only the really short maps you can't. Or the ones with really wide areas.
Okay. Looks like Mofadder has a nice trophy as well here. Playing those pesky Blizzard tournaments. Meanwhile, no trophy here for ex-Total Havoc because he's a slob. He's not playing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, they're always at really awkward times.
Well, they're every 2 hours.
That's really awkward for me.
Why?
Because usually it's just as I finish work, and then the next one's not till like the early hours of the morning.
It's 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Also, you are up until the early hours of morning usually. I saw you this morning.
Doesn't mean I'm in a mood to play StarCraft.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It is a mentally demanding game.
That's true. Scouting Overlord coming in, and since Glenn is not going for a stalker, he's not going to be able to deter this guy.
Well, there's nothing for him to see.
Well, an X isn't 2 gas.
That is normal.
Yes, it is.
So You don't really care if he sees that.
Is this a second gate because you need a second gate or because you need to close the wall?
Uh, well, I had knew this guy liked to put on a bit early pressure,
Hmm.
so I wanted to just close the wall quickly, but he didn't really do it. But it's not bad because you can just build an extra adept.
Taking his third at 255 is more fodder here, which is pretty
Yeah,
standard, even a bit late maybe, for a third. And some zergling pressures coming in. For a moment there, I thought there was a hole on the left side of your gate,
yeah, it looks
but
that way,
there's
but
really none.
no.
Also, that pops out on the wrong side of town.
Yeah, he was a brave person.
And shield battery going up for Total Havoc. And the energy is full before the shield battery is even built. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it starts with full energy
Yeah, but it's not even built yet. How can it have energy yet?
because it's just there.
Roach Warren Evo Chamber going up for Mofodder here. No
It came
lair
with a
yet.
battery already installed,
Ah, okay. Like Duracell?
possibly. It may be one of the big brick 9-volt ones.
Ah, okay. Well, Havoc's adepts are chilling out in the middle of the map, not really in the mood to work. Now they get the command to move along. Check for a third, possibly. Nope. They will wait for the shade, and then they will shade in. Try to find some drone damage and get some scouting. Also, depth
Eventually.
glaives are being researched by Havoc. Softening up the links and killing them. And killing a drone there. Queen about to pop some more links going down. Ah, finding nice damage here is Havoc with his adepts. And another
Yeah,
two links go down.
he did build roaches reasonably early.
Yes. It looks like a roach timing push.
Yeah, that's the sort of build I've seen in his build history.
Yeah, it looks like he's even skipping link speed for now. It's in the making. Roach speed as well as +1 for the roaches.
But my build is designed to counter that because I have
Nice.
2 immortals by the time he comes across.
Nice. Adepts finally get caught and die a horrible, painful death. And now, yeah, I'm not sure. I think Mofodder here should have really warped some Ravagers to go with that to take out the pylon. That would have helped tremendously.
I mean, he does get the gateway, but that's all the damage that he did with the attack.
It's no damage at all because he wasted a lot of army for this. And you still have your army, which is
It does take a quick force base though. Like,
yeah,
that's
why not?
um because there's an army coming across the map.
Yeah, but if he has money and he needs a macro hatch, then why not get a fourth instead of a macro hatch? That's totally legit, I feel.
Because he needed units more.
Well, he has a big swell of roaches. What he really needs is links to kill the immortals.
I would just like to point out, normally at this point there would be a third immortal walking across the map to join, but I didn't hotkey it.
Ah,
I
man.
put it onto like I misclicked it.
Where is it?
It's not getting built
Oh, well, that sucks.
because I didn't.
It's a lot of glaive
Build it.
adepts, though.
Yeah, they're not good against roaches though.
No upgrades either, except glaives. Yeah, but the sheer size of the army should still do lots and lots here, even though one immortal wasn't shooting for half the battle because he was too far away. Still decimating the Zerg's army here.
Yeah, the adepts did their job as a shield.
He might also lose a lot of overlords here. And pretty sure he's gonna lose his third. Nothing much the Zerg can do, but lots of Lings could easily clean this up because Stalkers and Immortals suck versus Lings. And
Yeah, but that's the nice thing is that I can change the warpins depending on what he builds.
yeah. Well, of course, with a War Prism, it starts to snowball really heavily. Usually in Protoss's favor because the units are just better. And yeah, once Circle loses his production, which his third obviously was his production, it's getting really hard to do something. Because every warp it just puts you farther ahead.
Yeah, I am down to one at that, one immortal, but the sheer number of stalkers is enough to kill the roaches now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, you double his army supply and he's gonna lose another hatchery now. You don't even know about the fourth yet, do you? No, you don't.
I did. I knew units were coming from it, but
Well, at
I
this point, it's
would
not
rather.
gonna matter.
Yeah, I would really rather go out and try and kill the natural instead of a fourth base that might not have anything at it.
Yeah, and you'll also get the roach tag here and might well get the upgrade if you focused it. No, you didn't. Okay, so sad. Upgrade finishes here. Should really start to look for wobbling evolution chambers because that means something's researching and you can
Yeah,
snipe the
I did
upgrade.
know it was researching, but it seemed a lot more important just to get up the ramp before he had time to fortify it.
Yeah, well, it would have been one more volley to kill it, so I don't believe that, man. Anyway, you won, which basically won us the week. Good job there.
Yeah.
And in for the bonus round we go. It's another CVC.
Indeed.
I didn't know we won this week 5, 4-2?
Yeah, 5-2. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that yet, actually. Let's see.
One walkover.
Let's hold on.
One loss so far. I'm hoping it's 5-2.
Maybe it's 4-3. I don't know. I don't remember if I
Either
won.
way, it's a victory.
Yes, it is a victory. And let's see. 2-4 in the bottom right. In Zerg, playing a blue, we have ValidG's Simon.
And top left, playing the orange Zerg in his favourite matchup, we have our very own Fizbin.
Fuck CVC, man. It's the worst thing ever. Well, to be fair, the guy, Simon, he went ahead and played 5 custom games with open match history. And in each of these 5 games, he went 12 pool. So dear old Fizbin went and prepared 12 pool defenses.
Well, I haven't seen this match, so all I can say is I hope this week there's nothing that annoys me as much as last week. With that stupid third base that you kept leaving wide open.
No, that was VTL. That wasn't CTL, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I still got so annoyed at that.
That was VTL. That wasn't CTL.
That base got attacked 5 times and you still left your units at the fourth base.
Yeah, well, going for a 12 full into expansion is Simon here. The Lings are on the way. 8 Lings. Probably some more coming after this. 10 Lings being made. And as you can see, I went for hatch pool gas. Because I found out that with the hatch pool gas, I can actually have Lings out the moment his Lings finish. His Lings are across the map, so that's what we tested out with, I think, Frogs
Yes, we
and
did.
Ribeye and
Me.
you.
I was the practice partner.
Yes.
Not
And
very
Frogs
well.
as well.
Like, I'm pretty sure Frogs and the other guys helped you a bit more, but
There we go. My Lings are about to pop, and I will pull my drones as well to defend this as we practiced. And let's see.
The question is how many drones do you lose?
Yeah, I would hope none, but I'm not sure. I don't remember.
So you're on 17 right now.
Yes. Let's take a close look at the drones. Well, I'm losing mining time, obviously, but it's preferable to losing drones. So
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
also
lot
making.
of drones.
I lose the queen though,
Ouch.
but I haven't lost a single drone, so that's very good. And I think my second queen can actually clean this up easily, so I lost one queen. Simon is up in workers now, but I'm up uh, in spirits.
You
That's
feel better after that.
oh yeah, totally. I mean, I defended it, and of course I'm starting worker production now. 5 workers are being made for me, which will put me reasonably ahead. And for some reason, he rallied 2 drones across the map, which, yeah, I mean, I'll take that. 2 free drones for me.
Did just block his own roach one from going down,
Yeah, they
and then
cancelled it.
had to cancel it because he made a complete wall.
Yeah, that everything of that cost, and at this point, I'm already ahead 8 workers. Also going for roaches because I knew he would do the roach follow-up, at least I suspected, because replay analysis, people, it's very important.
Yeah, so far all you've lost is a queen and 6 Erglins,
Yes.
whereas he lost 2 drones and 12 lings.
And our walls respectively go up, and roach production will start shortly. I am opting for a double upgrades immediately. Meanwhile, he doesn't have the gas to do so. Which of course
Yeah,
is it's nice if you can go ahead with upgrades. Always is.
does probably mean that he should have more roaches in the short term, but
No, he just
looks
doesn't
like he
have the
didn't
gas.
actually take his gas, yeah.
Yeah, you really want the second gas if you want to go for roaches. So you also want to
Yeah,
keep on gas. Of course, he didn't go into gas that early because he went 12 full. Maybe he forgot to take
yeah.
the gas.
And he built that second gas quite late as well.
Workers are equal now. I am up 2 upgrades and a queen, I think. No, there's equal
You're
queens.
not up any upgrades yet, but
He actually has 2 queens ahead of mine, but I don't bother with creep spread in ZVZ. I think it's stupid.
yeah, it does seem a bit pointless.
I mean, it gives you map vision, obviously, but it also allows your opponent to move his units a lot faster. So I don't see the point. Why bother in ZVZ?
Yeah, like it's fair enough spreading it about your own base, but I don't see any huge reason to spread it in ZVZ
Yeah, connecting the base
other
makes
than
sense.
vision.
Taking my third now, a bit ahead of my opponent. Also have a Ling down here to spot and an Overlord over here. And yeah, he doesn't have any map vision for now except of his own quarter of the map. Which he's moving out Lings now to check for expansions. And I move 2 Lings over because I see this and will try to defend. And this Ling actually gets in. Nope, he doesn't get inside. Does see nothing.
Yeah, it looks very equal right now, apart from the fact you have your third base building.
Yeah, and I'm up roach upgrades.
And you're actually building stuff.
Yeah, Simon is floating quite hard. I don't know why. He should be building lots of roaches now. He has 8 larvae already. He is, of course, supply blocked, but he's also
Yeah,
moving
it
across the map now with his roaches, which for me,
does opt to build more lings as well, which is a
well,
I don't
Lings
know
are
how
nice
good
to
it.
support. Maybe you can run them by, but his roach army, our speeds are actually equal. He loses 2 more roaches there.
Ooh.
And at this point, of course, he lost a lot of roaches. I also blundered 2 roaches over there. Managed to save them though.
To survive and lure them back onto the ramp.
Yeah, and at this point he lost all of his roaches, making basically no damage to my army count, and I decide to just move across the map and kill him. Of course, I'm making more roaches at home. And slowlings without upgrades do nothing versus upgraded roaches.
Yeah, there's so many as well that they can't even pass around.
No, and I think upgraded roaches kill lings in 2 shots, so it's Very easy. He loses a queen there. Of course, there's a spine crawler, but I'm getting the upgrade here as well. That was not even researching.
Yeah,
I
you
really,
got the wrong one.
I really thought that the thing was wavering, waving, whatever, pulsing. But doubling the army supply of Simon here is Fizbin, myself, and forced to pull his drones is never a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those drones are going down. Now 20 to 46 workers.
And he might have actually held that if his queen hadn't blocked his roaches from getting to my roaches. That was very, very bad for him. Because that really gave me the last bit of thing that I needed. And yeah, looks like an all inspiration won the week 5-2. Look at that. And one of those losses was a walkover. We did
Yep,
great.
a nice convincing week, especially after the letdown last week.
Yes. Well played, everybody. Let's continue this week with the good games. And that's it from Fizbin and Total Havoc. Thanks for casting with me, buddy.
Anytime.
See you guys around. Bye bye. Thanks.